The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years, from ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will take the field first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
That's caught. It's Cantrell. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. That's the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. So Clemson's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses for this guy like that.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick strike complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the grab over the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the back. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Madden. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground, finding open areas. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. Quickly complete. Touchdown Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Miles. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Nice move to keep running. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the single back.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Finds his man, it's Wall. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Staten. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're working that left side, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Makes the grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. And as the quarterback takes a knee, that clock keeps dwindling away, now under a minute to play. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. And this one ought to be nice and easy. A 22